Welcome. My name is Dennis Leary. I am the founder of the Love Government and inventor of the Love Government cards, speaking to you from this beautiful Southern California small town of Ojai, which is the birthplace of the Love Government, by the way. On June 1st, 2012. So welcome once again. This is the Love Government cards. For other aspects of the Love Government, go to the website. And these cards are included in the book, which is being put up free there. And we're going to talk about the second episode today, and at this time, and that is the second card of the Love Government cards. This is the full deck, the larger deck. The full deck is here. And we're going to be talking about this particular card, which is the second card. This is Lover 2. That's the title of the card, is 2. This is in the suit of number. There's 7 levels to the card game. And this is the second number. This is number 2. This is the large version of the card. This is the small version. Same thing. Only these reverse like this to get back in front. So we're talking about love in the context of the Love Government. The Love Government arises out of necessity. Necessity is the mother of invention. So when things become necessary to invent something, then we invent something. So these Love Government cards are tools for the time. Our times are basically anti-love. It's basically about patriarchy, which is about power and money and porn in the sense of objectifying people, making them objects for sale. Our governments today, the higher you go, the worse they get. They're very corrupt. So people are looking for some alternative. The Love Government is such an alternative. These Love Government cards are like windows on your computer. These are windows in which you look into another world. The world that we're looking into through these cards. Remember, we read cards because they're also mirrors. Cards, these are tarot cards. The larger card is the consciousness card. The two together are called love cards. But in cards, you read the cards like you read nature. And you see what you see, but you're really seeing yourself. And you can see yourself in two ways. Basically, you can see yourself in a negative way. On this particular card, these cards are all about the lover, by the way. The lover is at the top, but this is lover in one of her aspects. In the card game, that she has 52 different aspects because there's 52 cards in this deck. But that's just the beginning. Anyway, so the second aspect of her that we're dealing with is the two-ness. She has two sides, and there's two sides to these cards. On this deck here, you've got two sides this way. You can spin the card this way. This is the back side, this is the front side. On this one, you go from back. Anyway, life is built on polarity. So the lover has this side, which is negative. It's patriarchal. It's anti-love because she's all bound up. She's bound up with evil. Her hands are restricted, or she's blindfolded, she's suffering. And that's our suffering world. We're bound up by something. That something is what we call evil, and a more technical term is patriarchy. Now, this is the other side. The lover is dancing free. She's a dancer. She's a singer. She is a great creator. She is the one who is the great creatrix. She created nature. Look at all this nature. We're sitting in a garden of paradise. We were created by the lover to live in a paradise. Now, something very, very bad happened along the way. That bad thing that happened is called the fall of man. Remember, say 100,000 years ago we were living in a paradise much, much more beautiful than this even. The fall of man means the rise of patriarchy. That's represented by this side of the card. Patriarchy is a power over system. It binds us up. It blindfolds us. It takes our hands and just so that, and then it conditions us to think that we're free. But we're not free. It's a big lie system. So the love government is tapping into that source of love, represented by this garden and represented by the shrine behind me. It is a source of love that we're tapping into. And the love government arises out of necessity to deal with this negative situation of repression, of power, profit, and porn. That's the patriarchal system. Patriarch operates through three sons. They're called power, profit, and porn. Porn is the objectification of people, making them objects for sale or objects of labor. So love government is about freedom. It's dancing free in nature, under this beautiful blue sky. And the love government is about love. Now, if you go back to the love culture, which is still present today, even traces of it, you'll find that they practiced the law of love. They practiced the rules of love. So there's very strict boundaries, and the love government will go into that. So showing you what the practices are, what the boundaries are for real love. Otherwise you get lost in sentimentality and speculation about anything. Love can mean anything, it's just a word. It's just a four-letter word to a lot of people. But behind that, no, there's a structure behind that. There's a government behind that. There are boundaries and guidelines, and then the love government deals with those. But basically, the very center of it is this lover here. Now she's represented by the shrine here, but she's all of us together, and she's dancing freely. She isn't bound up by patriarchy. This represents her dancing in the garden. This represents her body. It's the body of the lover that we worship, that we honor, that we reverence. And that is primarily a woman. According to the rules of nature, it's woman that is primary, not man. Man is meant to be a helper, a assistant to the woman. The very core of the love culture is the woman and her children embedded in nature, and then the men are meant to be the defenders of that, the supporters of that. That's what I'm trying to do here with the love government. We want to support the original order of nature, which was woman-centered, it was love-centered, it was the lover-centered. It was not money, power, profit, porn, godism, goddessism, comfortism, communism, socialism, capitalism. All those isms, they don't amount to nothing in comparison with the value of love. So this is the second episode of the love government system, which is represented by this. This is the overview of all the cards laid out. This is a very ancient system of love. It's really a technology of love. Much, much more powerful and sustainable and lasting than our little measly technologies that we have today. So thank you very much for listening. This is the second episode of the Love Government series on the Love Government cards. Have a great day.